Good morning friends, myself Professor Dhaval Chandarana, and we are continuing on a unit number 2 known as a network defense tool, firewall and packet filter. As per previous lectures, we will discuss some points about a stateless and stateful firewall of unit number 2. Today we will discuss one of the most interesting point of unit number 2 as well as in real life, which is a really interesting concept if we want to secure our data. It is known as a network address translator, or we can say translation. So guys, please be focused and see the actual implementation about net and how the data should be secure against the net and what is the actual requirement if we want to implement it a network address translator. So we'll start with the network address translator. Basic thing which we need to know about what is a network address translator. First, to access the internet on a public IP address is needed, but we use a private IP address in our private network. I think now you know what is a public IP address and private IP address. Internet providers provide one of the public address through which we can access outside of data, and if we access our data from the outside of network to the inside network, we have some private IP address. So in both the case, there are two different IP address known as a public IP address and a private IP address. Private IP address accessing within the local network. In a local network, there are some computers is connected between each other, they can access the informations. But if some remote data or remote server would to transfer a data between our system to this particular server, at that time we require a public IP address. The idea of network address translator or NAT is allow a multiple device to access the internet through a single public address. Please guys, note down this line. What is the requirement of NAT? The idea of NAT is to allow multiple device to access the internet through a single public address. Means if we say some example, in our college we accessing internet in a lab. In a lab there are the 25 computer is accessing a net of a Google server. But if we want to provide any request from our computer system, it should be generated from our private IP address. It may be a duplicate, because a private address it should be allowed to a duplicate address. Means in lab number 1, if we provide some IP address known as 192.168.1.1, in lab number 2 we also implemented same address and access our network. But if a college want to access some informations which are outside of network, they have some its personal public address, and it should be never be allowed to a duplicate one. Means it should be unique in worldwide. So if some any kind of harmful information should be come, or we can provide some harmful information to outside of network, it should be easy to identify. To achieve this, the translations of private IP address to a public address it is a required, because a multiple public address it's never be required to accessing all the data, because a public address it mostly costly. So if we are providing a public address to each and every system, it should be more cost. So a network address translator is introducing. The network address translation is just converting our private IP address to a public address on a World Wide Web. Network address translator is a process in which one or more local IP address, or we can say private IP address, is translated into a more global, or we can say public address, and vice versa, in order to provide the internet access to a local host. Second time I will just revise. If you are accessing a internet in a lab number 1, there are the 25 system. In all the system, Google it should be open. But for this, we have required some 25 private IP address. All the IP address provide the request to a particular switch or router. Router is connected with a particular public IP address, and all the requests should be come from private IP address to a public IP address, because all organization have its unique public address and they are distributing one public IP address to a multiple private IP address, and it is the technology known as a network address translator. Also, it does the translations of port number, means mask the port number of the host with another port number in the packets that will be routed to the destinations. Means it's just provide the enveloping technology. Means if we provide some data to the outside of network, we access within the private IP address, but whenever the request going to the outside of network, or we can say in a global IP address, they are just verifying a public IP address as well as a particular port number. So network address translation work with both the address as well as a port number. It then makes the corresponding entries of IP address and port number in the net table. Please guys, be remember, network address translator built one table, and in particular table they are just providing the entry according to the private to public IP address as well as a particular port number. Net generally operates on the router or a firewall, because in both the case the request should be generated through this particular firewall as well as router, because a router and firewall both are the entry and exit point of network, or we can say internet. Generally the border router is configured for the net, means the router which has one interface in a local, or we can say inside network, and one interface in the global, or we can say outside of network. As per previously we says that in lab number 1, someone access the data of a Google server, they're just performing request. The request should be come from the local network and the request should be transmitted to the outside, or we can say global network. So at that time, conversions of private IP address to a public IP address is required, because a public IP address is acceptably globally. When a packet travels outside the local inside network, the net convert the local, or we can say private IP address to a global public addresses, because whenever we want some informations from the remote server through the internet, some unique identity is required. And what is the unique identity? It is known as a public IP address. And if some data should be coming from the outside of network, they generate the request to a public IP address. At that time, net table is useful, means they have a check, verify the particular entries, it should be coming to the destination address, because in a net table they have mentions conversations about public address to a private address. So request and response should be generated and then verify in particular net table. When a packet enters the local network, the global, or we can say public IP address is converted to a local to, or we can say a private IP address. It should be conversion or vice versa. If local address, it should be converted to the global one, and some data should be come from the outside of network. At that time, global IP address is converted to the particular destination's private IP address. If network address translator run out the address, means no address is left in a pool configured, then the packets will be dropped and Internet Control Message Protocol ICMP host unreachable packet to the destination is sent. I think if you are configure some internet on your personal computer, sometimes the package destination is not reachable. I think this kind of message should seen in particular error, because it should be only happen that in net table there are some limitations to perform public to private and private to public IP address. So if a net run out the address, means the limitation should be fill out at that time. The address is never stored on a net table, and on the particular time if address should be not stored to public to private IP address, the particular message it should be dropped, and at the client side the send a message known as a host unreachable packet. This message it should be coming from the internet control message protocol. So we can say that at that time net table is full. All the things we will see in this particular theoretical concept. Now we will see the same concept through this beautiful video, because the animation should be come from the best visibility. If you see this particular video, then you can directly identify that how the network address translator is work on a local network to a private network. We see network inside and outside addresses. Inside refer to the address which must be translated, means it is known as a public to private address translator. Outsides refer to the address which are not in a control of an organization, because it is publicly registered IP address. These are the network address in which the translations of address will be done with a translations of private address to a globally public address. Now we see the figures. If we want to access a data in our private network known as 192.168.1.24, it is a port number. It is based on inside local. A router 1, it's provide a private IP address of 192.168.1.2. It is the private access of this particular network. If they want to access a data through this internet through any of the other system, they just request his a private IP address to a local registered public address. In a router, we just provide a one public address known as 12.1.1.1. It is denoted with a public registered address, and it should be provided by the internet provider. So all the requests should be generated with the 192.168. First they are converting with help of net 12.1.1. Now the all the requests should come from the inside to the outside. They just enter this 12.1.1.1. Based on this internet, if some outside of global network, they have some information known as a 13.1.1. It is a public address of outside of network, and its private IP address it is known as 192.168.1.1. So it is outside of local. So I think now you are clear. If some want to access a data from the outside of network, they just transmitted his or her request through the public IP address, and if they want to access internal data, they never translated his private IP address to a public IP address. So it is known as a private network if they are connected with 192.168 to a particular router. But if they want to access a particular data of this particular outside of network, they want to request through the public IP address. It is known as a outside local. I think now you are clear what is a inside and outside address, because inside address it is converted only the request within the local area system, but the same computer want to access some information from the global data, they want to request through this particular public IP address. So it is the use of inside outside address in a net. Inside local address and the IP address that is assigned to a host on the inside, or we can say local network. because IP address is required to assign to identify the unique operating system, or we can say unique computer system in all over the net. The address is probably not an IP address assigned by the service provider because it is a private IP address. It should be assigned from the particular organizations. These are a private IP address. This is the inside host to seen from the inside network. It should be never seen outside of global network. Inside global address, IP address that represent one or more inside local IP addresses to the outside of world. This is inside host as seen from the outside of network, or we can say it is a address which all the requests should be come from the private to a public IP address. As per examples, it is known as a router address. What is outside the local address? This is the actual IP address of the destination host in the local network after translations. Means if we want to access some remote server data at that time, we require some IP address which is registered globally. It is known as a public IP address. So whenever we require outside of system, at that time outside local address is required. And what is the outside global address? This is the outside host, or we can say computer system, or we can say server as seen from the outside of network. Means this particular address is registered publicly in globally. It is the only address that through all the requests should be generated from internal address to the outside of address. Or we can say an outsider global address is globally acceptable all over the world. It is the IP address of the outside destination host before the translations. Because it is publicly registered, so it is not required to translate private address to a public address. So there are the four important concepts which are implemented in network address translator. Now we see a network address translation with the figures. First we see host number 10.0.0.1. It is a source IP address and they want to communicate with the destination IP address known as 200.100.10.1. As you know that a 10 they are communicated with the 200, so it's not a local IP address. So if host 10.0.0.1 communicated with 200.100.10.1, it is a outside of network. So a private network generates the source address and destination address. Now router plus network address translator, because a router have some IP address and network address translator convert his private address into the public address. So router plus network IP address is known as a 150.150.0.1. It is the global IP address through which 10.0.0.1 and 200.100.10.1 is communicated with this particular IP address. So first a source IP address 10.0.0.1 converted to 150.150.0.1. Now a request it should be come from the 10.0. They are now converting into the 150.150. After converting the source address, they are finding this particular server which is located on a 200.100.10.1 and they are communicate with this particular IP address. It is a public IP address. After communicating or after all the transmission of data which are coming from the 10.0.0.1, if some response should be generated from the 200 to 100.10 to 1, they first provide a destination IP address because server doesn't know about 10. They are just knowing about an intermediate public address. So the destination address is mentioned in 150.150.0.1. Now a source IP address who generate the particular response, it is 200.100.10.1. After the actual host IP address is 10.0.0.1, it is generally registered in a network address translator. As previously we says, NetHave is stable. So based on the identification, they just match a destination IP address 150.150.0.1 with the actual host known as 10.0.0.0.1. So they are just changing the destination IP address 150 to 10, and a source IP address is always be same because it is a globally registered IP address. So I think as this figure is all the explanations about inside address, outside address, inside global address and outside the global address, and the actual fundamentals things where the IP address should be changed in a network address translation. Now I think you know what is a requirement of NAT and how the NAT is implemented in real life. Now we see a different types of network address translation. First, it is known as a static NAT. In this, a single or unregistered, we can say a private IP address is mapped with the legal registered public IP address. Please be focused in this. A single private address is legally registered with the public IP address. It is known as a one-to-one mapping between local to global address. This is generally used for web hosting. Like if someone to hosting his or her private website onto the particular global market, at that time they have some private IP address, they are just putting his or her documents on public address. So it is known as a one-to-one mapping. These are not used in organization because there are the lots of private address. It should be converted only on a single register. So there are concept implemented is many to one. But in static NAT, it is just communication between one-to-one mapping. So there are the not used in organizations as there are many devices who will needs internet access, and to provide internet access, the public IP address is required. So in organization, as per previously we explained, there are the lots of computer system who access the internet within the single global IP address. Second, suppose if there are the 3000 devices who need to access the internet, the organization have to buy 3000 public addresses. That is will be very costly, and it is the waste of public IP address, as video says. Second thing, second types of network address translation, it is a dynamic NAT. Name itself suggests that in this type of NAT, an unregistered IP address is translated into the registered public IP address from pool of public IP address. Means there are the lots of unregistered IP address is converted onto the single public IP address. If the IP address of pool is not free, then the packet will be dropped. As previously we discussed, if NAT table is full, the packet is automatically dropped and only the fixed number of private IP address can be translated on the public address. So it is one of the limitations, but it is more useful in nowadays because we are not wasting our public IP address, as well as is cheaper compared to the static one. Suppose if there is a pool of 2 public IP address, then only 2 private IP address can be translated at a given time. If third private IP address want to access internet, then the packet will be dropped. Therefore, many private IP address are mapped to a pool of public IP address. As per the line says, I think you have doubt if there are some many to one communication, how it should be accessed or how it should be performed. But guys, just focus on it. If there is a pool of 2 public address and then only 2 private IP address can be translated at a given time, means at per the particular session they are accessing only 2 private to public address, but after particular session they can access another 2 private IP address to those single public address. So through this, NAT table should be accessible, and more private IP address is accessing through this only 2 public addresses. Like we says that in organization there are a 3000 system, and all the systems should be connected with the particular time periods. So all the 3000 systems should be accessed outside of data with a two public IP address which are globally registered. So it is known as a dynamic net. Net is used when a number of users want to access the internet in a fixed, means there are some limitation of time, and in this particular time they are accessing a internet. At that time we are using a dynamic net. This is also a very costly, as the organizations have to buy many global IP address because a time is should be fixed one, because on a particular time they are just accessing only those limited private IP address to a public IP address. So it is a compared to cheaper with a static, but it is more costlier if the organization have more number of employees. Now the third one, it is known as a port address translator. It is known as a PAT. This is also known as a network address translator overload. In this, many local private IP address can be translated to a single register IP address, which are currently using in all the organization, in all the colleges. Port number are used to distributing the traffic, or which can be says that which traffic belong to which IP address. As per the previous figure, as per the videos, we says that port address translation is actually used to many to one translations. This is the most frequently used as it the cost effective, because organization or colleges buying only one public address and they are accessing more numbers of private IP address within the single public address. As the thousands of users can be connected to the internet by using only one real global IP address which are registered through the internet service provider. Now we see some advantages of network address translator. I think now you are clear what are the different advantages of net, because you know what is net and what is the requirement of net. Net converts a legally registered IP address, because it is the actual concept of converting a public to a private IP address and vice versa. Second, it provides the privacy, as the device IP address sending and receiving the traffic will be hidden. As previous figure says, we are providing some table, but it should be only seen within the particular router. It's never be shown by the host as well as a destination. So it should be hidden from both the parties. Eliminate the address renumbering when a network is evolves, because some more numbers of address should be accessing network within the particular time. They are managed automatically, means they are removing some private address and adding some private address as per the requirement. So it is the beautiful concept about the net. Now we see some disadvantage of net, because in a technology, whenever we implemented any of the technology, there are some advantages and there are some disadvantages. So first one, translation result is switching path delay, because if the process should be come from the public to private and private to public, it takes some time, because there are the lots of address conversion in only single net table. So whenever we found some public to private address and private to public address through this particular table, they take some time. So it should be switching path delays. Certain applications will not found while net is enabled, because it is a not legal concept, because some hacker always be use this kind of technology to accessing some information to hide his personal information, because net never seen to a destination or source. They never accessing its or private IP address. They just accessing through the public address. So hacker is very intelligent and they are using the net. So without any kind of knowing its or private IP address, they accessing its data. So whenever some hacker hacking performing on a particular system, they are always using the net. Complicated tunneling protocols such as IPsec, because if IP security is not provided on this particular network translation, at that time all the data should be not secure on a global market. So it is a very complicated protocol will be used on a net. So it is one of the disadvantage. But as per we says, if we want to secure our data at that time, we are using more complicated and secure algorithm. And last, also router being a network layer device should not tamper with the port numbers, or we can say transport layer, because in a transport layer they are just communicating with the other layers known as a network layer. They are never verifying a particular ports, but it has to do so because of net. But if we are implemented network address translator, then this port verification functionality, it should be verified at the port layer, or we can say a transport layer. So there are the 4 disadvantages of network address translator. Now I think you are clear what is a network address translator, how they are really implemented in real life through these images, through videos. Now you are clear what is a network address translator. Thank you so much.